Elevators, ailerons, rudders. What could go down? What means
pilot, and he had his own airplane, and he's got love aviation.
The art of maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore. Now it's time to test the skills you've learned. As you can see, we're cruising at 6,000 feet on a north heading of 360 degrees. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading.
Number 1. Hopkins 2100. The flight engineer was a busy fellow, and he fine-tuned power plants individually and even by cylinder.
When you feel ready, start descending.
Both right. Both. RPM is good for left and right. The proper heat, mixture controls, and cowl flaps. And so
When you feel ready, start descending.
Running at their best.
Cylinder head temps are in the zone.
Not sure we are much this morning.
Choose all yours, Captain.
While the United crew waits to taxi,
When you feel ready, start descending.
the plane ahead of them. The TWA
While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed.
Takeoff on runway 25 right. Roger, copy. Clear for takeoff. 25 right.
United Flight 718, taxi to position in Cole. You are next on runway 25 left.
United 718, copy taxi and hold. Runway 25 left.
The United flight is right on time this morning. Keeping to schedule is important in the small but growing
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Carry at least some first-time passengers.
Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid
United
overspeed.
Flight 718, cleared for takeoff.
Takeoff clearance.
Takeoff thrust.
8 knots. Jet. 120 knots. Deep hood. Rotate.
At 9:04 in the morning, Flight 718 lifts off from Los Angeles. The trip to Chicago should take about 6 hours. Captain Shirley must follow an assigned corridor through the airspace around Los Angeles. After that, he's free to fly wherever he wants.
You put your your plane in a dangerous situation.
Waypoints along the route to Chicago.
Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed.
Doesn't sound good, Mr. Fiore. How are temps? Cold, steady, skipper. So I don't know, Rich.
We were variants in those days in place the past.
Well, time for some introductions. Knock yourself out. Morning, folks. Captain Bob Shirley. It is a beautiful, bright day. Close to our cruising altitude of 21,000 feet, which is almost exactly 4 miles.
If only 10% of people have flown, we were certainly trying to get more people to fly. So, try to make it a fun, interesting experience.
54 minutes into the flight, the DC-7 reaches its second waypoint.
United 718, Brad News, 958, 21,000 feet. Clear skies, course direct to Durango. Estimate crossing the Panda Desert Line at 10:31. 10:31.
The crew will next check in when they cross a point on the map known as the Painted Desert Line.
I'll try to get you some spectacular stuff out.
The 5,600 altitude is 5,600. You're going down to about 1,000.
In those days, if we'd see a thunderstorm hit or a line of thunderstorm, we'd turn around. Try and go between to the south. And
That's
with
okay.
that radar, we didn't tell anybody. We
Now
would
climb to
just
6,000
stay around.
feet and turn to a south heading.
Folks, we got a little weather subject.
On the Cessna 152, you need full power to climb effectively.
Where you sitting? How are we doing on this side? Thunderhead 5 miles south. We're clear of it. Damn.
Shocked passengers have no idea what's gone wrong.
You can start the climb when you're ready.
United Dispatch, United 718. Do you copy?
Flight 718 is overdue to check in. Calls from dispatch go unanswered.
United Dispatch, United 718. Do you copy?
Air Traffic Control Headquarters in Salt Lake City.
CA Salt Lake.
Controllers here don't normally communicate directly with flight crews. They get flight information by phone from airline dispatchers who are in radio contact with their pilots. At 10:51, they get a disturbing call from United Airlines dispatch.
Salt Lake. Understand United 718, 20 minutes overdue at Unit Desk.
Moments later, another dispatcher calls. More disturbing news.
Salt Lake TWA. I'm getting no response from Flight 2.
Understand TWA Flight 2, 20 minutes overdue at Unit Desk. We have had no contact either.
Controllers now know that 2 planes flying from LA have not reported crossing a scheduled waypoint, the Painted Desert Line. United Flight 718 and TWA Flight 2 to Kansas
That's
City.
good. The turn was good, but try to climb faster in the future. All right, next exercise.
TWA Flight 2.
Maintain your heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
You're not going to know that anything is wrong until probably the second time they fail to get a reporting point that they're supposed to get on the radio and report their position.
Go ahead and reduce your speed.
Is carrying 7
in a dangerous situation.
There are another 58 aboard the United flight.
All right, next exercise.
Control
Maintain your heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80
In a
knots.
DC-6 from Los Angeles to Denver. We got over Bryce Canyon about the same time that Airing was calling United 718.
CA, so Yukon.
Maybe twice a minute. They were trying to get a hold of it.
Go ahead and reduce your
And I
speed.
remember Slim, who was Bob Shirley's boss, he says, that Bob isn't listening to the radio, you know.
More than an hour has passed since the planes were last due to check in. Controllers
Go
sent
ahead
out
and reduce your speed.
asking local authorities to keep an eye out for the two missing
You put your
planes.
plane in a dangerous situation.
That's where you expect to hear from at least one of those two airplanes.
All right,
And
next
you
exercise.
heard from. That's
Maintain your heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
This is awesome.
Go ahead and reduce your speed.
Well, I have eyes too. So I'll be watching you. Watching me.
Go ahead and reduce your speed.
Two
You put your
commercial
plane in a
airliners are
dangerous
swimming
situation.
somewhere over the Arizona desert.
Finding an aircraft
All right,
in those
next
days
exercise.
had various locators.
Maintain your heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
Needle in a haystack.
The next morning, news comes from authorities in Arizona confirming everyone's
You put your
worst
plane in a
fears.
dangerous situation. All right,
Remaining
next exercise.
planes have been spotted
Maintain
in
your
Arizona.
heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
There to a pilot who had heard that there were missing airplanes, and he was flying along looking at anything he could see down there, and he sees some smoke coming up from Char Butte.
The twisted wreckage of United 718 lies on a rocky ledge, 210 meters up the sheer canyon wall. The air tour pilot spots the second crash site on the floor of the canyon about 2 kilometers away.
He banks around, comes in, closer look, and there is the most distinctive structure in commercial aviation at the time. The tail of a constellation with the three prongs. There's just no mistaking that. We had one aircraft up on the bluff. We had pieces down in crevasses, engines and parts lying in various places.
The immediate priority is to get rescuers into one of the least accessible places in North America.
When you talk about an accident in the Grand Canyon, you're talking about both hostile, inaccessible, remote, and dangerous.
Richard Rodriguez is a former investigator with the Civil Aeronautics Board.
You're 1,000 feet above riverbed, for instance, depending upon where you are.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation. All right, next exercise.
Finally reached the crash.
Maintain your heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
Be even more difficult.
These are mountaineers, Denver's Rocky Mountain Rescue Club. Near the ridge of the Grand Canyon north, they collect their gear. These mountaineers will attempt to scale the steep wall, the floor of the canyon, in order to reach an abutment on which rests the shattered wreckage of the United Airlines DC-7.
It's not long before rescuers come to a grim conclusion. Everyone aboard both planes is dead. It is now up to investigators from the Civil Aeronautics Board to piece together what happened.
The Grand Canyon is a graveyard for 128 passengers and crew of two airliners which crashed on peaks little more than a mile apart. The impact reduced the wreckage to carbonized smears of paint and metal. None survived.
The sudden loss of two of America's most modern airplanes shocks a country that has come to think of air travel as luxurious and safe.
We were not familiar as a people with having massive tragedies like this on a huge body count, especially in this fledgling thing called commercial aviation. We were used to an airplane crashing every now and then. It was a fairly common occurrence, but not two very safe airliners.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Crash site by helicopter.
All right, next exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
The team's lead investigator is well suited for the job. Jack Marshall is an aviation legend. Not only an experienced pilot, but a crash survivor himself.
This was wonderful. This is a guy who's flown Air NATO. He's done it all over the years. And he's also had 4 crashes of his own. You would want to be somebody exactly like this on the job of trying to piece together the dynamics of the crash as well as piece together the metal.
Alright.
Let's figure out what's what. Not being said.
The pieces on the ground will tell Marshall what happened in the air.
Thunderhead 5 miles south.
Could a sudden thunderstorm have produced turbulence violent enough to knock both planes out of the sky? Damn! Jack Marshall doesn't have any of the advanced technology or the considerable body of knowledge that modern-day investigators have come to rely on.
There was night and day between the tools of the National Transportation Safety Board and now, and what they had then, just it literally was a different world. They had very little.
Broken fragments of the plane and his own expertise are all he has to solve this mystery.
But there were no black boxes like there are today. It really was by the scene of the situation, and in fact, this was the age at which accident investigation began to grow. I left enough for them.
At the TWA crash site, Marshall finds evidence of an intense post-crash fire, but that doesn't tell him what brought the plane down.
There's a guy's tail. Okay, let's take a look.
Investigators locate the constellation's distinctive triple tail, about 500 meters from the rest of the plane. The distance tells Marshall the tail came off the plane before it hit the ground. If you think about why the tail came off the middle, one step closer to finding the cause of the crash. Check this out. The record to TWA-52 shows clear evidence of a catastrophic impact. The plane's skin has been shredded. Marshall also finds small streaks of blue paint.
I need this product for the hangar.
On the canyon floor, 700 meters from the constellation, lies a piece of the other plane. The DC-7's wingtip is streaked with red paint and is nowhere near the rest of the plane. It also came off in mid-air.
It was a smoking gun. When you find red on an airplane that has no red, that pretty well proves the point. Something happened up there that was not part of that airplane as it flew off from Los Angeles. This is one of the things that seals the deal.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Almost unheard of event.
All right, next